Let me in, I'm trying to fuck.
Let me in, I'm trying to fuck. Let me in, I'm trying to fuck now. I said, let me in. Baby, come back. I was kidding. A little different, A little different for. Hey guys, welcome back to another 6 Feet Under Studios podcast. I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say right away. But like always, we like to thank our sponsor, and we're back at the sexy corner. You're gonna see it twice in a row. Shout out.
Might be wearing the same thing too. Don't judge us. I really like this outfit.
You know what? We don't have a stylist yet. Working on it.
I'm balling on a budget, so I gotta wear the same thing.
I haven't done laundry in 2 months.
Haven't done laundry in a while. But
we're at Old Sheepdog. One of those fun. Old Sheepdog, look at it, 3900 Rosa Avenue, El Paso, Texas, 79905, right here in Lincoln Park, guys. Come on down, have some delicious beers. Always 9 beers on tap, or 8, depending on the situation. Come and try some good stuff, some new flavors. Don't get used to your commercial beers. Oh, like that one. And also want to thank, like always, Vitolas, look at it, 216 West Frank in El Paso, Texas, 79901. Right there at the baseball stadium across the street. One of the personal favorite cigars shops in El Paso, and where the oldest used to be there. So, gotta enjoy 360 cigars, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the season. Ooh.
Depending on your current mood, you'll find something that you like. Yeah,
and also they have a lot of good whiskey, guys. So if your partner doesn't enjoy cigars but you do, she can have a drink, or he can have a drink, depending on the. Yeah, it's all inclusive.
And as always, guys, be sure to check us out at 6feetunderstudios.com, where you will find links to all of our streaming platforms, including our YouTube, Spotify, and our Apple Podcasts. You will also find a link to our Instagram, where we always post updates on what we're doing and what we got going on with it in 6 Feet Under Studios. Please be sure to check that out. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your dog. Your dog might find something that he likes on there.
Yeah, share it. Your goldfish.
Yeah, they're goldfish. Let him know his other buddies as well. Maybe Aquaman will find something out, share it across the ocean. Any kind of share will help us out, so please be sure to check that out and find us on there as well. Also, something that's going on right now, I think Alex can fill me in more on this. He's more of the alcoholic. Since he's always here and he knows what's going on exactly.
Well, the reason, I guess we can tell, that we're doing 2 shows on one day. We're doing one on the chill one. But today's another Cesar Paso Breweries. Cesar Paso Breweries is just helping all the other breweries to, keep surviving out there. It's still a pandemic. Shit's going on in the world. Don't think it's not over. It's not over really.
It's not over.
But you go to the 4 breweries right here in El Paso. They're the ones participating, being, of course, Old Sheepdog, El Paso Brewery on Texas, Blazing 3 on the east side, and Aurelia's Bottle. It's a bottle shop? Like the full name, I forget. Aurelia's. The other brewery. So you go to each brewery and you get a cart. I should have brought the cart with me. And you get a stamp when you spend $20 or more. At the end of the last brewery stop, you get the last stamp. You get a free collar that says Save El Paso Brewery. So yeah, go spend some coin.
Wait, you gotta go to each one to get the discount?
No, there's not a discount. It's
okay,
you have to spend $20.
Gotcha.
And at the last one, you get the growler once you get the last stamp. Let me go get the growler actually.
But while it's again, guys, so we want to make sure we're supporting our local spots, our local shops. It's very important to us. Like we said when we first started this whole thing, one of the key components was supporting local, and it's very, very important to us. Being all the cool people that we've met by going to all of our favorite local spots, especially right now, like you mentioned, during the pandemic, it's a lot harder for them. They don't have the equity, they don't have the backing that a lot of the big corporate sponsors, a lot of the big corporate people have. So it's very important to us that we want to make sure we spread the word about local. And this whole Save El Paso Brewery thing right now is a very, very big deal for these breweries surviving through the pandemic.
So I'll put a picture of it, of course. This is a cart. You haven't seen it. So it has all the 4 logos of the breweries. And next to it, it has a little stamp thing. Stamp it. You get some delicious beer to go, or you can actually enjoy beer there. with being enjoying beer, it's only at 2 locations. Will be Blazing 3 and Aurelia's. The reason they're the only 2 ones actually letting you drink there is because they have a kitchen and restaurant. You know the situation here in El Paso. Breweries are not open, so you not open as you can chill. You can only have beer to go.
How long is this going on for?
It started on this Thursday, which was Thursday the 15th or 14th.
Thursday was the
14th. Thursday,
14th, yes.
January 14th all the way till Monday, the 18th. So you had 4 days to go and check all the beers or the breweries. Not like you got to do it in one run. You can.
Well, I guess unfortunately, by the time you see this is already be over.
Yeah.
But
we'll
I guess,
put a little clip up.
I guess the main important.
Fisher me. Remember to cut this.
I guess the important thing here, like we're saying, it's really cool that all the breweries are getting together, they try and support each other, and that's like the main thing. Like we said,
you get this beautiful growler.
Everybody who did it, we got that awesome growler, and
save El Paso Breweries.
It's all about saving El Paso Breweries, and again, it's all about supporting local.
4 logos on the side.
Can I see the growler?
No, I was kidding. Get your own, dude. That's good. Also,
I mean, I wanted to get my own, but I'm like, damn it.
Dude, and so also like you guys cannot buy this growler. They're limited, so there's only 300 out there. Imagine it. Fuck. That's the last time Gus is sponsored.
I know. Okay?
Damn it, Gus. No, we love you. But yeah, like it's limited, guys. Don't even if it's not El Paso Brewery, just go to the breweries, guys. Like it's a lot of good stuff out there. I have tried all of them beers. Not all of them at each one, but they all have their own taste and deliciousness. But yeah, you should go support them.
Yeah, they're all really cool.
Don't be a culo, guys.
They're all really cool spots. Make sure you guys check them out. Again, that's El Paso Brewing Company, Old Sheepdog Brewery, Blazing Tree Brewery, and Aurelia's Bottle Shop and Brew House. Make sure you guys check them out, look them up, support them, support every other local spot that we have in El Paso right now. Like we mentioned, they are the ones struggling the most. Walmart, Target, Bud Light, Specs, they're not struggling. The ones that are struggling and are fighting harder to make ends meet are the local spots. So make sure you guys support the local spots.
Unless there's no brewery in your town, if you go to Specs, please check the dates.
Wait, what?
If there's no brewery where you live, so I don't know if people.
But why check the dates?
Dude, Specs doesn't rotate their beer properly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The other day, because I wanted the Pico Bloody Mary, and Craft and Such didn't have anymore. So I went to Specs, dude. Like 3 months old. I was like, God damn, dude. Like I didn't notice until like I got
3 months
home.
old?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even want to open it from expiring, dude. Like,
does it taste bad?
It does change.
Really?
It goes flat, dude. Remember, we're gonna call out someone. They're no longer Exito Oat. When that nasty the acetal beer.
Yeah.
That nasty flavor at the end. That's what it tasted like.
Oh, okay.
But on a sour, dude, like I was just like, I taste butter in this. It's like, ugh.
I don't know that I've ever had expired beers, so I really wouldn't know. I guess I didn't even know beer expired. Quite honestly.
Dude, and then we're
I don't
talking
know. I
about
pulled up
beer.
Monster
We're
Con. This is a
drinking
monster.
Like we said, guys, we're recording 2 one day. And even though we drink a lot, it's still like gotta be responsible out there, you know. Can't afford another arrest. At least me. Shout out to.
Hey, I can't afford one arrest.
That's what you say now.
I'm clean right now. I mean, trying to keep that record.
Like, don't knock on glass.
I was gonna knock on the glass and like, wait a minute, no, I can't do that. I can knock on wood over there.
But now that we pay the bills, what?
Yeah, for real. I gotta stay clean and pay the bills now.
No, I'm saying like now that we pay the bills for the show.
Oh,
sponsor.
well, that too.
What's been going on, dude? Like, how you been? Honestly, we haven't had a chill conversation in a while.
Honestly, dude, it's been hell.
Dude, I fucking know.
I was really hoping 2021 was gonna be a quick change and like, whew, we're back on top. But like, nah, never mind. It's still the same.
It's a Game of Thrones, dude. That's what it is.
It's a Game of Thrones?
Yeah, because like you think it's like, oh, this king was like a piece of ass, like so asshole, and then the next one gets even worse. Like, fuck. Because right away, as soon as I saw that Tafix went 25% up, I was like, fuck everybody.
What went up 25%?
Tafix is the tax for that's sort of like my economic learnings. Tafix, it's more of a tax for manufacturers.
Oh, okay.
So let's say like the camera that we use, the little sensor that allows us to record video, it's the reason it only lasts is 29 minutes recording instead of like an actual video camera cinematography. It's the same part, but the price is different. So it does less than the actual camera one, because the taxes on this one is less than the tax on the other one. So it's just more for the manufacturer, because even apparently.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it's more for the manufacturer, it's gonna be more for the customer.
Exactly. So you know how people like thought that building PCs was a good idea now?
Yeah, that's never a good idea.
It's because you can like modify it, right?
Yeah, it's.
But the worst thing is that those parts that were like, let's say it was $200 last year, this year that shit went out like 250, like $50 up. So every like component, it's actually priced up. So it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, dude, but that I feel like that's never gonna be cheap, because I mean the whole part about building a PC is that you want to customize and modify and all that kind of stuff. But that shit's expensive.
But now it's like those parts are even more. That's why like everybody says like, well, when the PlayStation and the Xbox is available again, just fucking buy it, because there's nothing cheaper than that at this point.
Oh yeah.
And even what's it called? Like even companies, dude, were hoarding their own stuff from last year on purpose, because they already paid the taxes of that. So this year, when they're selling again, those parts they just get that benefit from the customer.
You know what I saw, dude? I mean,
the exporting from China to whatever the factory is more expensive for them.
No, yeah.
Then like would it be?
That's just how it works everywhere.
Acer was like holding like their graphics cards, the new ones that they just released, they're still spend like $1,000 each.
Yeah.
They were hoarding them on purpose, not to sell to the public, until the years started. So they have it already on stock. So they don't have to pay the transfer for the factory.
Supply and demand, man. Supply and demand. That's how it works.
I learn shit. I know shit.
I know some things.
Some things that are kind of useless.
Sometimes I know shit.
Sometimes.
I saw, I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw a TikTok video. These employees from what was it? Foot Action. They were at the store.
Oh, the guys that were starting hoarding the consoles too?
No. Foot Action is the sneakers.
Yeah, but they also some guys that hoard sneakers to sell like resell. They did that with PS5s.
Oh well,
they were using bots.
Well, no, like not about. It had nothing to do with bots. I guess they were talking about how, because like when they get sneaker releases and they get supply in their stores, I guess Foot Action does a little thing for their employees within the store, that like if they were to get like 100 pairs of shoes, 20% of those shoes they keep for the employees, and they give them those employees priority first. And so, like, they get 100 pairs of shoes, 20 of those shoes go to their employees, and they would separate it by, like, I think their general manager gets, 3 pairs to himself.
The fuck?
The store manager would get, 2 pairs. I think they said full-time. They set aside 3 pairs for the full-time. And then the other, 13 pairs of shoes, if my math is right there, it probably isn't, because I'm just throwing numbers out on top of my head.
It's Saturday, Cesar.
The other 13 pairs go to the full-time employees, or the rest of the store workers. So what they would do, I guess, for the rest of the employees, they would raffle them off, or some shit like that. And then I just thought, I was like, well, what the fuck? Like, does every fucking store do some shit like that? Where it's just,
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Like, pretty sleazy?
Even for us, when I still work at Starbucks, like certain specialty roasts, we had. I'll give them a day. Like we're supposed to give them a week, like before release. But I was like, dude, like if you really want this one, like save the ones that you're gonna take, not the bullets, the 5-pounders, the 1 pound or the half pounds. Like, but I was like, I'll give you guys a day, because I had like coffee clients that they actually enjoy coffee. So it's just like, nah, like I'd rather sell it to them.
I don't know. I mean,
Best Buy does it too.
I'm sure everybody does it, and I got nothing. I guess I don't really got anything against it, because I'm like, it's cool. I mean, if they're gonna spend the money, but then the thing is, I would think about it too, is like, because they also get it with their discount.
Yeah.
Like they were saying, like, oh yeah, we get these shoes, and then we also get them with our discount. So I mean, like their discount was like, I think they said like 30 to 50% depending on what shoes you're buying. But then it's like, well, then you see all the people who want to buy this shit at full price. I would think, and like as a business standpoint, be like, no.
Yeah, like you already
like I can make a lot more money selling it to someone.
Like that's getting 3 pairs.
Yeah,
like who needs 3 pairs
like,
of the same shoe?
Like I'll give you 1 pair.
Yeah, like one
pair and that's it.
There has to be a limit, like
yeah, like there should be a limit on that crap. Like not the general manager getting 3 pairs all to himself. Like
why?
What? There's no way. Why
like
do you
every
need 3
day
pairs of
or
shoes?
what? Like you want a clean shoe every day?
Yeah, like especially like I don't get it on like the new like high profile release kind of stuff. It's the same thing with like PlayStation and stuff. Like
the fucking. Have you seen the new special edition?
I saw the one that they made of the PS2.
Yeah, they're all numbered. You know how so they have a waiting list. And if you try to wait on the list, you're right now it's at the 4,000. They only made 200 and something. It's like, dude, past the waiting
that's what I saw.
list.
There was only like 300 or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
like almost 300, and I was just like, dude, like what the fuck? Like, why are you guys like?
It did look pretty cool though. I saw the controllers. I almost wanted to buy a controller, but then I saw it was like $120. Like, nah, never mind.
I'll buy a skin.
I'm not gonna buy the controller for $120. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, I'll buy a skin for it.
That's why I was like, I'd rather buy the skin
Dude,
for
I'll
it,
just paint it myself. Fuck.
or do that. I was like, I'd rather just buy a controller for $60
And then just
a skin for 10. There you go. I save myself a whole lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been because like spending $100 for a controller. Like if it was a special controller, like a pro controller, like on the Xbox or something, then yes.
Yeah.
If it's like a specialty one, people are like coming in.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
I don't want to say anything, but I was like, they just came in and started. This old man just kind of came right up to the chair next to Alex, started staring.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't exactly. I had this set up so it just stuck like the 3 chairs for literally. But dude,
that was just funny. I'm like, dude, you don't have to get that close to staring.
And I think I know who it is too, so I don't want to be like.
Who is it?
Can't say for my work reasons. But
Okay.
some one of the associates of the company that I work for.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit. The thing is like, oh, she knows. Now they know I do this.
No, I just thought that was funny when they came up and started staring.
Oh, dude, it was funny. It's always funny,
man.
like when we're out, because people are like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?" Even when we're in front of Old Sheepdog, like when we did it with Brian.
When we did with Brian, yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun just to see people's reactions. That and at White Knife, too.
I always wonder what people were thinking, like, what the hell are these guys doing?
Dude, like, I guess because like we have a decent setup that looks kind of semi kind of professional, but not really.
I would hope that, man. I would hope people are kind of like, oh man, this is cool. These guys are professional. I'm like, no, we're not.
Nah, dude, like, fuck. Also, sorry about last video. We had a problem in the last clip, the last 15 minutes, but the video's up. Thank you to White Knife. Also, guys, go to White Knife.
Oh yeah, by the way, you guys really should check them out. That smash burger from there. Oh my god, that thing is fucking delicious,
and
dude.
Chicken fettuccine fries.
I'm still like, when I was listening to the episode the entire time, I was like, oh my god, I gotta go back and get another smash burger. That thing was
Dude,
so good.
I also thought about it when I finished editing. I was like, I can drive while this is exporting.
Oh, it's exporting.
Because exporting, like, I need to buy another SD drive. But don't die.
Sorry, guys, COVID. Just kidding.
The Rona?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Like, I know. I was like, I don't have COVID.
Believe me, I don't leave my apartment. I don't go anywhere. I'm like, unless it's to record, to hang out with Alex
It's in my house.
in his house. I don't really go anywhere. I'm still kind of scared from all this kind of crap.
Did I have a friend who was like, "Oh, you're gonna come back to the gym?" I was like, "Fuck no, bitch."
Well, I started going to the gym, but I wear my mask the entire time.
Oh no, yeah, but like the one by my house is just like always packed to it now. And I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like I've been actually like contemplating or changing, either going to the one by your place
Yeah.
or
Dude, it's cool.
changing
They
gym.
changed it. It looks a lot
Did I
cooler
s-
now.
The you know how they open the Anytime Fitness right
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
That one, is fucking clean.
Really?
Like I went with my cause she's like, hey, you wanna come? Like it's probably just gonna be us. She wasn't lying, dude. It was just me and her.
I gotta say though, dude, the only reason I don't go to Anytime, I just find it too expensive.
I didn't.
$40 a month to
Oh,
me
fuck,
is
never
too
mind.
expensive.
Never
Like,
mind.
I got nothing against the gyms. Like when they start offering all these kinds of features and everything like
Is it
that.
really 24 hours? That's the only
Yeah,
question.
that's the
Okay,
only-
that's the only
they
reason.
are
Like,
24 hours. I know that
will
they
pay
are
the
24 hours.
$40.
The only reason I know is because I know people that have gone there and they tell me about it. But
But she doesn't pay, so I don't know how she.
my whole thing with gyms are like, as a non-enthusiastic person about fitness, like I work out and I do stuff like that, yeah, because I know I should, but I'm not like obsessed with it. I'm not someone that's gonna go pay for a gym if I know there's gonna be days where I'm like, I can't do it because of how busy I can get with work, or I got other things that
Yeah.
I'm working on. So I'm like, to me, I go to the gym literally to do the couple things that I need to do and get out. Like, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. So anybody to me that wants to charge like more than $15-$20 a month for a gym, there's no way I'm gonna pay
The
it.
only reason is just for the 24. If it's really 24 hours, then yes.
Not even then to me, because I'm like, I know I'm not gonna go to the gym like fucking 2-3 in the morning.
I used to go when I used to work at Starbucks. We had the building where we were at. There's a basement. The basement has a gym, and they will give us the membership for free, and it was 24
Oh,
hours.
that's dope.
But that was like I would go and purposely like is before my shift start because I would go to work at 4 in the morning. Like I was the guy that opened. So like I would go at 2 a.m. like work out for like an hour or two or whatever I can. Take a shower there because the shower was fire there. And I just went to work and then like okay like if I stay and I was like you know what I still have time like I'm gonna do one last like pump workout workout or like a run. And it's like no one was there because it was business hours for the building. So like. Because I would get out at 2, so like the only times I saw the gym like get people, it was at 12 at lunch break. But it was a fully equipped gym. It was small, but it had everything, dude. Like I was like, fuck, yeah, sauna on it.
But I mean, see, that's cool. If you got that's a perk.
Oh yeah.
But like,
and you can get the membership if you want to. But that one's $60, which makes sense because you have to get a card access to the building, which is one, and then access to the elevator.
Dude, what the hell? Gus changed the song. I really like that song. Sorry, go ahead. He was playing the jams.
It's because I think they changed phones because I think Jocelyn's out.
Oh, damn it. That was my jam.
Oh, man, it's like fucking ages.
No, dude, but I'm saying, like, that's cool. I mean, that's just like an additional perk. Like, if I got something offered like that, I was like, I'm not going to say no.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But like,
even if they, because they was like, oh, we can charge you a discount, which was going to be $20 a month instead of the $60.
Okay, that's not bad.
But, like, I understand the $60 because of where it is, first of all. Because it's a security building, like... They have like a lot of businesses.
I guess
there.
my whole thing is like there's gyms like there's a new one that opened up and we had talked about it before that they charged like I think they had said what was it $90 or $80? $80 a month. And the whole reason is because they have all of these like extra little features and whatnot. And my whole thing is like honestly, when does anybody actually use all those features?
No, and then the thing, like, I went and checked it out, dude. You have to sign up to the classes, and it's a little extra depending on which one you're signing up. So let's, like, if you want to, of course, if you want a personal trainer, it's an extra just to pay the trainer.
Yeah.
Because, for example, Top View, what I liked when they were telling me about it, they're like, it's it was like, it's $45 a month.
Yeah.
But if a trainer is available, he can train you for free.
Gotcha.
Unless you want like a specified like trainer for like and like it's a little extra. It was like 45 and the trainer's available. I was like, fuck it. Like I'll go like at 10 at night because he has to be there because the gym is open. So I was like, that like I wouldn't mind that much. I would, but I was like, okay, he's here. Like I'll use it.
No, I mean again,
but like for getting spinning and all that shit, like dude, like
but
I'm not gonna pay an extra
again,
$10,
I get it.
$20.
Like those features are dope and whatnot. Oh shit, what's up?
You can go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah,
pass.
Fine.
Again, like I get the features, like they're dope and whatnot, like they're cool. I don't think like for me personally, I'm not gonna be spending that much money because I know I'm going in there to lift the weights I want to lift to
and put them back down.
I pick it up and I put it back down. I go in there pretty much to do that and like run, and that's the reason I like what they did with the Planet because they added like a whole little. It's more like a CrossFit style area. And it has like the kettlebells, it has like all the bars, it has all that kind of stuff that you can do like your own HIIT workouts, which I think is fucking dope. Because to me, I think that's the thing that's missing from all those gyms. Because I'm not the kind of person that likes the trainer. I like to just do what I know I can do, what I want to do.
Like I like the trainer for a week, so I know what I need to do.
That's why, that's the reason. Honestly, when I did CrossFit, that's the reason I liked it. I learned new workouts and things that I'm like, holy shit, this is exhausting. So I learned how to incorporate that into my own workouts. Now I'm like, all right, I don't need them. I can go do it on my own because I know the workouts. But I know how to do them.
Yeah, that's why like I have the bench and I bought finally a separate weight, the 35, just to like kind of warm up and like just do arm workouts. But when I'm editing, dude, that's when I'm actually like doing it. Because I'll be editing with the mouse, like changing the color levels. And I just have like I'm just like lifting the weight.
Because
even the other day,
pick it up, I put it down. I
no,
pick
but
it
just
up,
like
I put
the
it down.
35 pounder, and I was just like, cool. I was like, here. But it was like, because even my dad stopped by the end. I was like, when you have the weights, I was like, oh, when I'm editing, like I'll do like a workout.
Yeah.
It's a day that I don't go bike riding. Or if I go, like we don't do as much that day. Like we don't go like the 5, 8, 10 miles. So it's just like cool. Like at least I have a little, so I don't feel like.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I just think gyms can be like the biggest ripoff in the world because I mean, it's good if you go and you do it, but I think you need to pay for what you're gonna do, not pay for what you think.
Dude,
you're
but
gonna
even
do.
so, like you go there, it's nice. Like it's a nice gym. It's a badass gym. Nice view. Because I like the yogas outside on the they have like a up there surf patio.
Yeah.
Like that's cool, but then it's just like it's extra for that other class. Like they have like a regular yoga and they have like a something else yoga, like yoga plus I guess or whatever. That's an extra money.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how they get you. They tell you, oh yeah, you can do this, but then you go and you find out like, no, actually you have to pay for this.
For this, yeah. Like, I think like the only one that's there free is the spinning one. Like it's included, but it's like cool. Like I would just go on a bike ride. Because it's more fun. And also if you fall, it hurts.
Dude, I saw this video the other day. This kid was like growing down a hill and like it looked like it was a bike or like a motorbike or something. He fucking went straight into this gate and hits it. It's like yelling, crying, like the poor kid. You could tell he couldn't breathe. And I was like, the entire time, like I felt bad. I was laughing so hard.
Dude, like when I fall, I laughed. And it was like, cool, okay, let's go back up.
Dude.
Because there's nothing you can do. Like either way, like you fall, it's like, oh, I need a doctor. It's like you have to go find a doctor.
Dude, and then and it reminded me of you because there's two, not that one, but one time I was literally driving up Mesa, and this dude was riding his bike. And I felt so bad, I had to turn back around and go check on him. Because he was riding the bike on the sidewalk, over kind of like where Ingrid is and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, around that area, there's they have all the buses and they have the benches. I guess he didn't see the bench. He literally rode into the bench and went straight into the ground. And I was driving past him and I was like, holy fuck. I had to go back around to make sure the dude was okay. By the time I got back, the dude already got up and rode off, but I'd never seen somebody fall so hard and hit their face on pavement in my entire life. Shit. It was fucking nuts, man.
Oh no, fuck that, dude.
That's all I was thinking, like, I wonder if Alex wears a helmet.
Oh, I don't, dude. Dude, like, even like for skating here, like viewers, like, I can, dude. I just can. It just kind of like throws me off.
The helmet?
Yeah. Like, because even when I used to skate, like, I would never, like, I put a helmet, I was like, fuck, no, I can't. Unless, like, I was trying like a bird, but I never did bird. So.
You rebel.
Because I was like, I just don't feel safe. I don't learn if I don't fall. So that's why.
I don't learn if I don't fall. Yeah, believe me, I fell and I learned.
Shit, bitch. Yeah, bitch. But now I have to restart this. Ow. I don't know what I was talking about. Shit. But we got beer.
Now we have beer.
Yeah, shout out to Old Sheepdog with Mango and Cash New England IPA.
Is this the one that we had a couple days ago?
Yeah, for Gus's birthday.
That one I liked actually a lot.
I thought it was someone else. Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
I like that hoppiness on it. Like it's hoppy, and then you get that sweetness
I can't believe
of the
he's
mango.
allergic to hops.
I know, it's funny, dude.
I was like, what? You brew beer?
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like when we were helping him,
Yeah.
he never touched them. He never
That's
touched
true.
them.
I didn't think about that either.
I was just like, because I started thinking like, how the fuck does he does it? And I was like, oh wait, he never touched them. And every time I have help him, I never seen him touch the hops.
He's a brave man. He's allergic to hops, yet he experienced.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's funny.
I think
it's kind of ironic, man. The one thing that he like is his number one, his passion.
Yeah.
It's kind of dangerous for him.
Dude,
He could die.
living in the land, dude. Like
He's living on the edge, man. Living on the edge.
Breaking the law. What? Thinking that thing really?
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Like, damn.
Dude, so I read this. I was reading this article, and it was talking about.
You know how to read?
I mean, believe it or not, one of the things I learned to do during the pandemic was read.
Oh my God.
And I actually learned. I was looking at the paper one day, and I was like, I know some of these words.
Red.
Oh, which by the way, have you seen the movie Good Burger?
Good Burger. No, I don't think so.
That's where that little meme or whatever comes from. When you're looking at the paper, do you know what Good Burger is? Did you ever watch? Oh, I don't know. If you ever
I
watched
have the
all that
on
Nickelodeon or anything?
I know what it is, but I never really like watched
Well,
it.
it was like a skit on the show All That, and with Keenan and Kel, or more I guess Kel. He was like the main one who played like this really like dumb guy at a fast food joint called Good Burger, and he would work like the cash register or whatever, and customers would come in and whatever. That was like the whole part of the skit, and it was really funny.
They made a movie out of that.
But they made a movie out of it, and I tried watching it. I'd never seen it, and I was kind of like, all right, this is kind of stupid. I can tell it's one of the movies when you're little, you're probably like, oh my god, I love it, but then like you know, just like
it's like one of those movies that you shouldn't watch again.
Yeah, it's a movie that doesn't age well. It's a movie that has, I think, it has a what's it called? Nostalgia appeal, but that's it. Anyways, that's where that little meme or whatever came from. But no, what I was saying was I read this article, and like with the pandemic, I know we've talked about it before, like OnlyFans kind of like blew up, right? Like that's something that a lot of people started doing because it was an easier way to make money. Girls posting, you know, their nudes and whatnot online. But the article was talking about how like even though OnlyFans blew up and it became like a more, I guess, reasonable and accessible means for some girls to find a way to make money or extra cash.
I just go everybody.
Huh?
Everybody.
Okay, everybody. It also isn't as financially stable as a lot of girls thought because of how much it blew up, because of how much content there is out there that a lot of times they're not making the money. Like, and it talked about like 2 cases where like this one girl who joined, I think in like July, and since joining and posting her pictures and whatnot, she made I think $450,000 since then. But then there's another girl who has joined for like a year ago, has only made $500.
But it's also like, okay, that girl that made a lot, good for her, like, get it. But some people forget, like, you have to pay taxes at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it's always, because I have a friend that does it, and I think this last year, she started since a year before. So last year's taxes, she's like, I have to pay all this amount. It's like, yeah. It's like, welcome to my world of freelancing. It's the same shit. We don't pay taxes until the end.
Yeah, no, so I mean, I guess that's one part of the equation, but I guess I thought it was interesting because when they were talking about that the market got very, very saturated because everybody just started joining, and there's so much content out there that at some point people are like, I don't really want to pay for like every single person, and like what entices somebody to actually pay for that person. And it's funny because like I've seen, obviously, like since it's blown up, everyone on Twitter has there's at least, I guarantee, at least 10 of your followers or 10 people that you follow probably has an OnlyFans account. I would say at least 10, because I know I see them on there when I'm on Twitter, and like I'll see them like, oh, follow my OnlyFans, subscribe my OnlyFans. Yeah. But then it's always like
on Twitch, dude.
Well, Twitch too, but I mean like this one I thought was crazy because they were talking about like how porn, you know, at one point has always been dominated by like big companies that produce like high value porn. Like it would be like Brazzers or Bang Bros or those kinds of companies that produce porn, and they would put them on the sites with, you know, Pornhub and whatnot, or you would subscribe to their site. Where now the market is more switching towards that
like amateur independent
porn, where people produce their own content, and it's in a way of expression, and it's a way of people kind of coming to terms of what they like by seeing other people like express it themselves. And I guess like they were talking about how like part of the appeal is also that porn now is just like it's a little out of hand in terms of like the things that
the content
that they're doing it,
and how constant.
But and that's what they're saying, like it's crazy like how you see the shift happening from that to what it is now. But it's also like hard even then, because the appeal, even though a lot of the appeal is you want to see like I think a lot of the appeal is seeing people that, you know, putting this kind of risque, taboo content out there, they're still not making the money that like the porn stars and the celebrities with OnlyFans are making.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because the appeal of the mass audience has always been like those high profile people, you want to see that from them because it's news, it's media.
Dude, but then it's still more.
Well, there's a lot to it, but go ahead.
So like that's why I want to get my friend, if she's able, she wants to do it, like I taught her, like we'll probably cover her face or do it differently if she doesn't want to, because she does that's one of her base of income. But I was talking to her like, how do you, because there's people that buy their other people's OnlyFans, and then they post it on Pornhub for free.
Well, see, that's the other
thing. That's like, there's actually, he's really out there. The guy is like, I'm a OnlyFans pimp. Like, yeah, I'll pay for them. I'll pay even less because there's a way to pay less. Because that's another thing. There's a way to pay less no matter which account it is. And then he's like, oh, you just set it up on my Pornhub and my OnlyFans, or it's free.
Yeah,
so people can
that,
see it.
That was the other thing too that they had mentioned that because they're like, there's a lot of flaws to OnlyFans. There is a lot of flaws to it.
If you have one and you're trying to go to a job, we can actually check that.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, with social media in general, we do background
Anything
checks.
you put out
we
there is out
actually do
there.
background checks because even for housing and stuff like that, they can check that. It's like, oh, you have a source of income. Like, don't tell me you don't, because we see it as we don't have to see like what do you do there, but we know you have. And the problem is that like, well, not everything is porn on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
so it's just like, but it has like stigma already of being like you're putting.
That's like
yourself
the
out
main
there.
thing out there. But yeah, so that was the other two things that they talked about. That there's a lot of flaws to OnlyFans that I guess a lot of people don't realize, and the reason they don't make the money. Because like they were saying, like OnlyFans takes I guess 20% off of whatever you make from their site. They take 20% from that, and that goes directly to the company.
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense. They make some money. They gotta eat. But then the other thing was that like a lot of people, there's dangers involved because even though a lot of people think, oh, it's online, I can be protected and private with how I post the content. Yeah, you technically can, but then people can. You're putting the risk, I guess, of having a hard time finding a 9-to-5 job or keeping a 9-to-5 job if you have one, because obviously there has been employers that have found out of like their employees who do have an OnlyFans or something, and they fire them because of the stigma that comes along with it and the way they're promoting. Or if some, like say a client were to find out like you have in your company you have somebody that does that, they're like, I don't want to be associated with that. So I guess like there's a huge stigma still around the whole online sex work and sex work in general that kind of like creates a conflict of interest with a lot of people and having a regular 9-to-5. But I don't know, I thought the article was really interesting in the way they described it, because I think especially now, like this age of content creation, which I mean obviously is us as well, we do this, what we kind of the things that we like to do is create content. There's like a huge like pro and con, I guess, with the kind of content you produce, and things that you still got to be careful of. I mean, like there's a reason like I never really like to talk about my work on here, is because I want to keep those two things separate. Because I mean, with anyone in general, like in the way a lot of people try and do with OnlyFans, like you want to try and keep your personal life away from your
some people that I work
from
with
your
know
professional,
about this, but they don't even care.
Yeah, like that's a good thing to do for your professional careers and whatnot, because you want to, obviously we all want to grow professionally and whatnot.
Which it also comes to, because now you said that someone asked me like, why don't I put my last name or anything? It's like, well, it's not that I, like, even for my work, like my content that I create, like the illustration, like I never use my last name, but it's just because I like to separate it. It's just like my alter ego, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's why that's the thing. Like, I think it got me thinking, because especially that part where it's like, I get why some people are doing OnlyFans. Like, it's great if you're comfortable with it, and if you like it, go for it. That's fine. But I think a lot of the times is like, when is enough in terms of like putting everything out there? Like, I think a lot of times people kind of forget, and I think that's the hard thing with social media now, especially. It's hard to keep things for yourself and things private now, and that you can't really just keep certain things and enjoy certain things on your own without everybody else knowing about it. At some point, it's like, when is enough? When is it just like enough just to have that moment to yourself, to your memory, without having to post it everywhere? Which I thought was crazy with the article, which I mean I think would be really cool if we can get your friend to come on, we can talk about that kind of stuff, because I'm honestly very curious to hear from somebody who does it.
So I had to talk to her because we've been like, she does have a day job now still. Well, she just got a day job, but she's like, let me see how, like, let me get used to this job and like schedule stuff. We might have to record off, like not off, like we might have to record like during the week. It's fine.
I mean whichever. I mean,
but it's just like, like she's like, I'll be down, like, but let's talk about it before we record. Like, let's see what I'm comfortable with. Like, she's pretty fine about showing her face. That the last time I talked to her, I don't know with this job now, but like I'll send her a message and see what's going on. But yeah, like people need to understand, like everything is public.
Yeah,
like, no matter what. Like
that's always the crazy thing, is like, I don't even think people realize with their social media in general, like sometimes there's things that like you might have on there. If you go apply for a job or something, they're gonna find it, and if they see it, like they'll fire you for it. I mean, if it's something that could kind of like contradict their company's.
Well, depends on your position too. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes you gotta realize what you're posting on there. Like, remember when we did the Christmas episode? We took the shot of Malort. I was like, I almost wanted to take that clip and just post it on my personal Instagram, and I was like, nah, you know what? That's probably not a good idea. I shouldn't post it on there. But because like to me, it's funny, like seeing the reaction that we had.
Also, he's the only one that has 2 Instagrams.
Oh yeah, I do
but
have
it's
2
funny,
Instagrams.
it's like because of mine, like I don't like mine's already like kind of mine. It's a business one.
Yeah.
That's why if you guys notice, I can't post music anymore on mine.
Oh,
Like even on the stories, I can't.
It doesn't let you? I didn't even know that.
It flags it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I can have 5 seconds. Because the other day, like a friend was like, "Wait, why don't you put the Rufio song?" He's like, "Cause I can't anymore, dude. Like, I finally got like the approval for being a business account."
Yeah, but no, yeah. I mean, I thought that was crazy. I mean, I'm trying to be more educated and read stuff and whatnot. But I found that article, and I thought that article was crazy because I mean, it's true. Like, OnlyFans became such a huge. You know what was nuts, dude? They said in 2019 they had 190,000 content creators members on there. Since then, that year alone, they went up 1 million people. Like 1 million people in a year.
Fuck, dude.
Like, think about that. How like I guess just open everybody got to that idea of like, fuck it, I'm gonna post my own stuff, my content on there. And it's the other thing too. Is like seeing how I guess more accepting while I guess I would say accepting that people are uncomfortable with exposing their own body and exposing their sexual tendencies or their sexual curiosities on there. That now to before. Like before.
Oh yeah, dude. Before it was just like, oh, like you're watching.
It was
like,
crazy. Like if somebody was doing porn, it was like a huge deal. Now it's like, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah, like to some of it,
but
like,
in
people that actually
generations,
use their name, like I'm like,
oh
damn,
no,
bitch.
that's ballsy.
That I'm saying, like I'm like, damn, like you were like, that's a lot to take.
And
like,
that's the thing,
even so, like no matter what, like if you put a fake name on a background check, it comes up. But like at least you're not using your real name.
Yeah.
Like,
so I mean that was the other thing too, because they were talking about like the girl that has only made like $500 or whatever. She was like, you know, it used to be. I used to keep it private. Now it's public, and she was like, "I'm worried about my dad finding out, whatever."
It's too late, girl.
And it's like, well, I mean, you know, it's bound to happen when you do that. Like, of course, all that's bound to happen. People are gonna find out. Something's gonna pop up.
Fucking like, I don't know how to say it. Like even like someone that you don't think they're like, oh, they're never using. It's like they might one day be curious about something, and if your page pops up, you're like, oh fuck. Someone saw my butthole.
Saw my butthole.
Yeah. It's just like cool. Like I just picture like I was like, oh shit. Like, hey, are you like shit? Like, how do you know? Like, I saw your butthole. It's like, huh?
Do you think with all of OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff, you think maybe like actual like porn companies in the future are gonna go die?
Dude, honestly, I don't. Just because the status.
You don't think
it's gonna take years, at least like over 10 years. Because the status of like just the porn industry is too big. Because just think they have their own award shows. They have multiple award shows, conventions in general, and it's just like, how are you gonna be marketing like sex toys and shit like that without? Because we really like companies are gonna have to go into like their OnlyFans and really like investigate how many views they get. So like for that to get at this point, I think it's gonna be like 5 to 10 years, and they're gonna slow down, or they're gonna be just like at least 3 main ones, but probably they're gonna associate OnlyFans with it. So even they're gonna add stuff, or they're gonna try to like buy OnlyFans, the actual like website, and then give all these people contracts.
I guess I'm just curious because like I mean one of the things like how I said they mentioned that the ones who seem to make the most money on OnlyFans are like the actual like porn stars and celebrities and people that have a higher name because they have a status. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I wonder, like I can kind of see like in the future it kind of be, especially because you're cutting out that middleman. Yeah, like of course they take OnlyFans takes 20% and whatnot, but like I guess like them being able to control the content that they make and how they produce it and how they put it out. Yeah. I wonder if that's going to take effect into like them being like, no, you know what? Why do I have to go actually shoot for a porn company, deal with all of the travel, deal with the actual production, all kind of shit, when I can just do this comfortably
also,
from my
like,
own home and whatnot.
The one thing is like if they're not used to editing and all that. That's another
That's
thing.
true.
Like,
That is true.
because you're learning a new, like you have to learn a new skill in general. Not just like, oh, I'm just gonna record it and put it up there. Like, okay, but then you're gonna start getting like even
I will
if you
say,
do
man,
it,
since we started doing this whole thing, I have gained a newfound respect
for audio editing.
for audio editing, for editing in general. I mean, the one episode that I did editing wise, like,
I was like,
oh my god, dude, that was the hardest, longest 2 days of my life.
Dude, that's what when we were talking. Hopefully,
That's when I realized, yeah, I'm definitely an audio guy.
yeah, but that's when we were talking on Gas's birthday with Chela del Perro, which friends of the show, they're gonna come by soon. We're gonna do a show with them. Like he even says, like, see guys, like he spent 8 hours before. He's like, yeah, now it takes me like 2 to 3 hours max.
Yeah.
But it's just because I'll take like little breaks. But when I was doing everything by myself, it's like, dude, like, fuck, my eyes were hurt. Like that's why I was like, well, see, was like, why are you out? I was like, dude, I needed to leave my house. Like I just needed to, like,
I needed to get
like,
out for a second.
my eyes were like, yo, you could have just watched TV. He's like, no, dude, like, I can't. Like, I'm looking at 3 monitors. And this is how I have my editing set up. Like, it's not like being a fucking dick about it. But it's just like, well, yeah, like, it's what it takes. So, like, you have to find a new passion. Like, if you're doing OnlyFans, it's something that you're going to have to think about it. Because then your content is going to be monotonous.
Honestly,
and
man,
people are not going to be like, oh, I don't want to watch that.
That I guess, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, since doing this and since we started doing this, like, I wish people would honestly realize, like, it takes a lot more than just putting up a camera and putting a video up.
Yeah, and also,
or even
like,
just recording audio
even
with
if
anything,
we just
really.
did audio by itself, it's like, because people's like, oh, you have a podcast. Like, I have to explain, it's, like, it's a podcast, which is the right word, like, because we started on YouTube, so it's like, it's a video podcast.
Yeah, it's a video podcast.
But then we do have the audio by itself. It's like, it takes time. Like, we actually don't do it. Like, we do it because we enjoy it and we get to meet badass people. And we get to, like see what's going on around more. And,
I just realized the cake tree is gone. Sorry, I got distracted.
Past Christmas. Also, just realized, like, we have to clean those.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's something that we enjoy. It's like, oh, like, you just work. It's like, it's not work for me. Like, I actually enjoy it.
No, like, it's not work, but it is time consuming.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while. Like,
dedication.
Even, like, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like, even, like, when we started taking more care into, like, you know, editing the audio and whatnot, like, I think the first time it took me, like, maybe 3-4 hours. Now, like, it'll take me, honestly, like, 30 to 45 minutes because I kind of know already what I need to do and how to clean it up as much as I can. But, like, I think since doing this, since we had that conversation, I think it's just one thing to realize, which, I mean, went along with when I was reading the OnlyFans article thing, was kind of like somebody who would to do their own production, their own content. Like, it takes time, man.
Because
Like,
everything is like, oh, I can record this on my phone. It's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But then, like, you start, like, looking at your own content. Oh, sorry. And you're just like, I kind of want to make it better. Like, because you're going to see, like, you're going to have a pic, and then it's probably going to go down for a bit. And then once you, like add more, like, better quality shit.
yeah.
And I was like, cool, like, it's going to grow. But, yeah, like, you
Yeah,
have
dude.
to find
I think,
a passion
honestly,
for it.
that's why I honestly really shout out to H2O Delirious. If he ever happens to hear this, I started watching, like, the videos because I know Alex would watch them and he showed me some of them. I really like his videos, but because you can tell the guy takes a lot of time into producing his stuff.
Dude, like, when I watched them live, too, dude, like, how much it changed from watching it on Twitch and on YouTube streams. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker left.
But that's why, like, seeing, like, the animations that he does.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, those things are dope. And, like, I wish we could do stuff like that. It would take a lot of time and it'd be cool to do.
He has a team now, so. But even so, like, he still, like,
but, yeah,
has to go
even so,
through
like, I mean, him, like, obviously has a team now, whatever, but, like, getting started to get to that point and seeing all that kind of stuff, like, it's dope. And I like seeing that because it's motivation and it's cool to see that kind of stuff because I hope that, you know, one day we look back and we're like, holy shit, look where our videos or our audio is at now and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's dope.
Every time I, like, look at the coffee party one, it's like, that one and the one before when we first got this mics.
I was gonna say,
I was like,
the
those
one
two,
before because.
But I think that one just because it was the first time we had more people and mics.
Not even that, to me, it's more the quality of it. Not that, like, the episode is bad. Like, the content is always good. what was bad is like I guess on our production side, because like you said, when we first got the mics,
Like we were super close.
we had them super close. The gain was turned up all the way, and it's just because we never used them. And I honestly never really paid too much attention to it. But then we would listen to it back, and I would hear it, and I'd be like, it just sounds so distorted. It sounds so unclean. That's when like I was like, okay, if we're gonna do this, then yeah, we really gotta
like,
pay attention to it and focus on it. Give it some time, not just record and put out, which is what I think a lot of people do. And I think,
which is not bad.
which isn't bad. Like it's fine. But
an idea.
I think the quality of it, production wise, is always just as important as the actual content itself.
And also the time you have to like.
It's like I know, and I mean, I say it's like with movies and stuff. I can't remember for the life of me what the movie is called right now.
That one that it's like they got filmed on COVID.
No. Well, no, but
I want to see that
there's
one.
a movie I remember seeing that I thought the story was so good, but the production in the movie itself was so bad that I just like, this movie sucks.
Now you said about movies are like just a little off of it. So you know how like I've been having trouble because I don't remember the Fast and Furious. It's the fourth one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's only Fast and Furious. You want to know why it's the only reason it's not on any stream platform?
Why?
It's the most racist movie out of all.
What do you
Because
mean?
all the dialogue, it was written like badly and it sounds really racist.
Why?
Because it's only like everybody and their abuelita. I was like they like pronounce like things that a white person will say like in a racist way, and it's just like, oh shit, this is why this movie. And they like, because I was watching a movie stuff podcast and a car show too. They were talking about the cringiest lines, and he was like, okay, that makes sense. That movie is really freaking racist. Not racist, but it's like not racist in the context, but it's just like the way it's written.
Yeah,
the dialogue sounds really racist.
So the way it comes off
I was
racist.
just like, oh
Gotcha.
shit, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, but
No. I don't know. I guess I was just kind of saying like, you can't just produce a good story and not have quality production. Like it's fine. Like obviously sometimes you know if there's like home filmmakers and whatnot, or even like, excuse me, podcasters who like do their own stuff, and like sometimes you can tell like you're working with the means that you have available to you, which is fine, but there's always a way to kind of make it the best that you can as long as you put the time into it. And I think that's kind of the thing where a lot of people tend to forget and tend to really appreciate when they watch content and when they see things, is that it's much more than the creativity. It's actually just the time that people put into it, which is why I like when people share our stuff and actually give us compliments, because it's like, all right, you know, it may only be 5 or 10 people here or one person over there.
With shout out to Words of Fire.
Yeah, but I mean, just the fact that people will notice and say like, hey man, like I saw what you guys did, or like I always like when people always say, hey, how do you get the audio so clean? It sounds really good. Or how do you do with the videos? Like to me, that I always like that more than actually people saying like
the video.
like the content itself, because I think that's the harder part, honestly. The content to me, it's always good when it just comes natural, and when things are natural, when things seem real, people will enjoy it regardless. But what I think what really amplifies it is really how good you produce something. So I don't know. I guess like I don't know how I even got there, but
no, we're talking OnlyFans.
But
which the other thing is gonna go back to porn. It's actually because we're saying like if porn industries are gonna go down. Right now the porn industry is down, dude, and the reason is because COVID. Because I fucking got into a conversation with a friend, and she's like, she likes to like read all these things about like porn industries and different industries, like more film industries. And she was like, well, yeah, like when someone gets
it's the production size.
When someone gets sick. And like a porn industry, shutdown doesn't happen just for that video that we're gonna shoot. It doesn't happen for the whole company. Everybody has to get tested, and they won't record anything until all the tests comes in.
It's kind of weird though that they would shut down everything, because I would imagine, especially with a porn shoot, you don't need that many people.
Yeah, but also like the reason is just, I guess with the talent, is because you don't know which company hired them before and all that. So let's say
contact tracing. So they gotta go through everything.
They have to go through. So even if you're just a camera guy, you don't even know, like, cause it's just I guess for everybody to be safe. But it's just funny, like the whole like company shuts down, like,
dude.
Production wise.
You talking about that? I read this story too that apparently Tom Cruise is like a fucking COVID Nazi.
What? Oh, because the whole thing happened.
Well, I guess he should.
Also, if you read the actual like what he said. Because they only put the bad thing, like how it sounds like, but it's not even talking about him.
No,
it's just talking about like this person can lose his job. Like it's actually
like
he get a point right, but in the wrong way.
They're trying to get Tom Cruise the way they got Christian Bale when he went off on the guy who spoke during his shoot or whatever or something. But like no, like I get like because I don't know, I was reading something that I guess they're in the middle of production for the next Mission Impossible or something. But he like I guess is so crazy about trying to make sure the production goes without any kind of hiccups due to COVID or anything that he bought like the robots that do the clean with the ultraviolet light, and he has them around the set like going around cleaning things.
That's just having way too much money, dude.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like I think like he got a bad rep for it because I guess he handled it wrong when he yelled at the guy the first time. And obviously, anytime a celebrity is going to yell at somebody on the set because
it's always something recorded.
It's always going to be something like that. But I don't blame him for like being so crazy uptight about it because I mean I think it's his production company who's paying for the whole thing.
I don't know, dude.
So I mean if that were the case, I would be crazy about it too.
Restart this shit again. I was looking around. I don't know why, dude. Like you remember when we were alone?
I was gonna say, dude, you're like a dog over there. Score. Score.
Sure. Oh, we're talking. Damn, like we stopped for like a couple seconds and I forgot what we were talking about. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was just the production.
All that production
Shutting
stuff.
down and the movie. Dude, it's his has a production company, Tom Cruise.
I think so. I don't know what it's called, but it's because I think I mean, that's the only reason I imagine Mission Impossible is still making as many movies as it is because his production company is putting up the money for it.
Kind of like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Fucking Vin Diesel.
I mean, quite honestly, dude, Mission Impossible stopped being good a while ago. Even though the last two have actually been pretty decent.
The last one I watched, 3.
That one wasn't good.
And I was just like, I'm not gonna watch after that.
Yeah, that one
like
was good.
I think I watched the follow-up, but I didn't finish it. Like I didn't really watch. Like we rented it sometime.
Yeah.
And I think I was just like not even paying attention to it. I don't even remember how it started. I think I started watching it.
Oh god.
But I was just like, cool.
Oh, did you see the first little clip from Godzilla vs. Kong?
No, dude, I'm like,
dude.
I wanna be just excited on IMAX.
I guess because I guess Warner Brothers or HBO Max put out like this little full like trailer for like all the movies coming out this year. Because now they're releasing all the Warner Brothers movies slated for the year's release on HBO Max as well. So they put like a little thing together with like little clips from all the films, and they showed the very first one on there is Godzilla vs. Kong. And I watched it, I was like, holy crap! It looks dope, but I'm still wanting to see how they answer that question, which I can't remember if they already answered in Skull Island. How is Kong as big as Godzilla? I don't remember if they actually already answered that question, but I'm really interested to see that.
Because I think this is the first time they're gonna be the same size.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah,
that's why everyone was saying, because like you see all those comparisons. You see all the comparisons, like Kong climbed on the Empire State Building,
and then the size, and then
Godzilla is the size of the Empire State. So it's like, how is that gonna work? But yeah, like in the trailer, they're the same size. So I'm like, okay, what happened? What did they do? But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I just brought that up because you mentioned it.
But I think I'm happy that it sounds dickish in a way, like that HBO Max is doing that, like showing the movies also in the theaters and on the because like I watched fucking Wonder Woman 84. It's an 84, right? Or 86?
1984,
yeah. And I was just like, it's another okay movie by then. It's just like everything happened in one section, and after that I didn't care anymore. Kristen Stewart was great on it. Like I remember, like I was surprised she was able to like.
Who?
Kristen Stewart. No, Kristen Stewart, like fucking. I don't know why I said her name.
She's not in the
Kristen,
movie.
The one from SNL. What's her last name?
I don't know, honestly. Something. I just know it's not Kristen Stewart.
No, I know. It was like, wait, when I said it, I was like, I feel stupid.
I was gonna say Bella ain't in that movie. What's her last name? Bella Swan. That's her name.
The fuck.
Hey man, don't ask me how I know.
Probably because you're ex.
That's actually true. When I was in high school, the girl I was dating was super obsessed with fucking Twilight. Kristen Wiig, yeah.
Yeah, I was right with the first name though. Also, Pedro Pascal looked like it was way too much his character.
So
I was just like, I don't know if this is racist.
He looks so old.
I don't know if this is racist or like really stereotyping like that kind of people, like rich Mexican.
Rich Mexican. Oh, that poor kid, man. He just wanted his daddy.
But I was like, at least I didn't feel bad. Like I was like, at least I didn't spend money to go to the theater and watch it. Because when I watched the first one, I was just like,
I just like that they're doing that from a fan standpoint. I think just the fact that they're just like, we're just gonna let people see it.
yeah.
They want to see it. You know, it's been a shitty year or whatever. Like, let's give them the chance to watch the movie. And I mean, they're not gonna make as much as what they would if there was in the theater, but
It's getting out there.
it's getting out there.
and people
I mean,
that actually buy them.
yeah, the people that buy. So I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see all the movies got
like released to your house.
directly released at home.
In
Like,
the
just
projector.
watch it without annoying little kids crying in the theater.
Oh yeah, for sure that. That doesn't happen in Alamo, but
Yeah, just have an animal because they better
No,
not. I'll be
'cause-
like, motherfucker, write it on the little paper. Get him, get him.
fuck that kid.
Fuck the kiddo.
Smells funny. I don't like him. He's looking at me. I don't like it. Yes, I ordered the pizza. You can't have any, bitch.
It's my popcorn.
My endless cheddar
My
popcorn.
endless cheddar popcorn. I do miss that though. I do miss the milkshakes.
I made the food like, dude. I was craving the wings from the cauliflower wings from there. I was like, fuck, I miss those.
I've never had cauliflower wings.
The new ones from Savage are pretty badass.
I don't think that I would like them.
That's what you say, but then you have them. And you're like,
I'm not gonna lie. So when we went to Rio Dosa that one weekend, I tried one of those vegan burgers,
yeah,
the whatever they are. I'm not gonna lie. That
They're
thing
good.
was actually really good.
because there's the good ones, the Beyond ones.
It was a good burger. It didn't, I could tell it's not meat.
Yeah, it's
but
the aftertaste when you're
I
like,
was
oh.
honestly very impressed. I was like, holy god, this is actually really good.
That's why I like the Beyond more than the what's the other one?
Impossible?
Impossible. The Impossible, like I don't like. They both have an aftertaste, but that Impossible aftertaste stays longer with you.
Okay.
And it's like nah.
It almost made me want to say, I think I could go vegan. But no,
The vegan
I
hot
couldn't.
dogs are not bad either.
I didn't think I tried one when they had them there. As long as it's not tofu, dog. I don't like tofu. Tofu's
I
gross.
don't mind tofu, but it has to be in Japanese cooking.
Oh, like the little miso soup?
Yeah, either miso soup on ramen, on
No, dude,
teriyaki and
whenever-
all that stuff. But other than that, it's just like if I had to like use it for a substitute on something else, I'm just like, no, this is not.
No,
good.
dude. Whenever I get miso soup, I don't even eat the tofu. I just drink the water,
the broth.
the broth, whatever it is.
The
Because I don't like tofu. I just don't. It's the texture. The texture for me is just. Ugh.
texture guy.
It's honestly, to me, I think that's what it is. I care more about probably the texture of food than anything. It could taste delicious, but if the texture's weird, I'm like, nope, I can't eat it. Cause it's gonna bug me. Squirrel.
I know. Yeah, dude, it's always like the funniest thing. Oh, dude, like now I can. No, I don't like. Honestly, I don't have a problem like texture. I can't think of anything that's texture-wise that I don't like. But I
Flan.
have
Flan.
flan. I don't mind flan, dude.
I don't like the texture. Anything that's like that kind of
But it's
weird,
'cause it's
jello-y,
like-
liquid, solid texture.
Yeah.
That even though, like Jello, I don't mind, but like flan is like that middle borderline between cake and Jello, and I hate it. I hate that texture.
because of the cream on it.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I think it's just because I really like Jello. I gotta lie, dude.
I like Jello.
Because I used to make it's a Spanish dish. It's a Jello, but it's a Jello salad, but it's with beets, and it's raspberry beets. Like you use beets, raspberry, carrots,
That's
and cabbage. So it's just like a seasonal one, but it's like a good like you're like, oh, okay, like I'm not gonna have it every fucking day,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, okay, this is not bad. But a lot of people will like the texture because it has the shredded cauliflower and shredded carrots.
Carrots.
So it's so good. It's so good. Damn, I'm thinking of food now. Damn it, Cesar. You were watching again?
Honestly, dude, I've been pretty hungry for a while. I could go for a smash burger.
Dang, you want to smash that burger?
Smash that burger.
With the fucking caramel onions? Dude, those caramel onions is
Yeah,
what
man.
actually makes the burger more.
It was really good. It was really good. Oh man,
Honestly, it's one of my favorite food trucks in El Paso.
What's a food talk?
I don't know.
Wanna have a
Futon?
futon? Let's have a
A futon?
A futon?
But it's really badass, dude. Fuck, fucking Alex. Which also, like, the one that started messaging me is Jack, and I was like, oh shit.
Who?
Jack, the manager of the bar.
Oh, okay.
I was like, cool, dude. Not going there. But nah, I'm just kidding. You fall. Content.
I know that would be funny.
That's so fucking good, dude. Like,
Crap. There was something else. Oh, so I read this other thing.
you're reading a lot. Just kidding.
I've been reading, dude. I've been reading. trying to educate myself. I mean, even though the things I read aren't always that like serious, but no. So you know how like last week, was it last week? Yeah, the week before, the little siege on Capitol Hill.
Oh yeah.
Or was it last week? When was it?
It was last week, dude.
It was last Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh no,
it was January 6th.
I guess it was a week ago.
Yeah, so essentially a week and a half ago. So I guess on Bumble, there's a lot of girls.
Sorry, that was funny. I wasn't expecting
I know
that
it's
part.
random, but it's funny because there's a lot of girls on Bumble who I guess are meeting people. Because I guess on Bumble they do a thing where they filter it, where you can meet people based on your political choices and your political likes. So they'll put on there if you're like, I guess, a conservative or Democratic, a liberal, whatever. So I guess there's girls that are putting that their preference are conservatives, the far right, so they can meet people like that. But they're trying to meet the people that were like involved in like the siege or whatever. And then they're asking them like, "Oh, you were part of it," and like send me pictures of it, like you were there and all this kind of stuff. And then they're sending them to the FBI to report those people.
Okay, that's badass.
So I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucking cool!" They're working like as spies essentially for the FBI and getting them so they can get arrested and whatnot.
The best thing would be like if they're looking for a job, I'll put that on my fucking resume. I got this guy arrested.
Right? So I was like, holy shit.
We match on Bumble.
These girls are badass. Like, what the fuck? And like, but like, I guess since this started happening, Bumble took off that whole option where you can't find people that are like that. But I guess it happened to a couple of people that they were like,
I'm gonna have to sign up to Bumble just to see. I never used so sad.
But yeah, I don't know. I read that. I thought that was like, holy shit, that's fucking dope. If that's not like patriotic, I don't know what is.
I don't know, dude. That was the dumbest thing I ever seen. Like, okay, like you guys really wanted to do that?
I just always when I think about it, I picture it like in The Dark Knight, when the Joker was talking about how Batman is like like all the cops or they're like dogs chasing a car. They catch the car and it's like, what do I do now? What happens?
That was a lot of fucking people.
Huh?
Like that was a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, and I mean, I still don't. The thing that worries me more is I think of the movie Olympus Has Fallen now, because I'm like, fuck, man, everyone's gonna see how easy it is to take down.
I was just like,
shit, was like we're so screwed.
Dude, the one that like kind of pissed me off is a girl from El Paso that's over there, like represented, because she was over there for something inside the house. And
Escobar?
Yeah, and she said, I thought we were all gonna die. I was like, oh, like everybody was just like, yeah, like our team, like they were like giving props to the team that get them out. She was straight up like, I thought I was gonna die. I was like, okay, like, but like at least say like, hey, like,
thank you.
happy, like thank you for like the people that got us out, like without getting harmed or anything. And she was the only one in the whole report that she said it's like we were gonna fucking die. And I was like, chilling out, like we get it, you come from El Paso, but
okay,
nothing's still gonna happen. Like if anything, like what? Like, you get shot?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, but I'm saying,
I mean, that'd be pretty bad.
No, it's bad, but like at least nothing happened to them. Like nobody from the got actually damaged, hurt or anything.
Like they're fine and whatnot.
I was just like, why? The only one that had to say something like really bad was the El Paso representative. like shit's going on here with COVID, and you like have to say.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like I read that article, I was like, that's pretty dope. But yeah, that whole thing was fucking ridiculous.
My name is Brittany. I'm applying for a job. What's your skills? I work with the FBI.
I'm an associate for the FBI.
I caught the guy with the bullhorn. We also used that guy went on a hunger strike in prison. The guy with the fucking thing.
No. He didn't go on a hunger strike. He was upset because apparently he only follows an all organic diet.
Yeah, but he went on a hunger strike.
And they didn't want to give him all organic food.
He didn't eat for like 2 days. And they started like, I was like, God damn.
Dude, the best thing about that is like they were saying, but that's what I'm saying. They were saying all this stuff, and then they were like, the reason they found that out, those reporters, it says on there, we spoke to his mom, whom he lives with, and let us know he's not eating because he's an all organic diet, that I have to buy special food for him. And everyone was like, it all makes sense now. This guy's just a big pussy.
He tried to show big dick energy, but not even that, dude.
No, dude.
Small dicks matter, dude.
Small dicks matter. I don't know, dude. That shit made me laugh. I was like, you're a fucking idiot, man. And then the girl that they videoed where she was crying that she got maced and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you expect?
But there's a like little conspiracy now, because I guess if you look in the towel that she's holding, it looks like there's like an onion in her towel that apparently they're just doing it just to create fucking, just to kind of look like
Also,
they were.
if you got maced, that was the least that could have happened.
Hey man,
Like, you went and invaded.
I still
a
don't
fucking
get that.
government
Like,
building.
what the fuck were they? Like, all of them that are mad now because they're put on no-fly lists or losing their jobs. And those guys, like, what the fuck were you thinking was gonna happen? You go, especially the dudes.
Also,
like,
you try to steal a fucking podium. Oh, that's not, and you're all happy about it.
I
too?
was like, really, dude? You couldn't at least try and steal the Declaration of Independence like Nick Cage?
I would have taken a pen that just says like that you can buy
What'd
at
you
the
get?
store.
I got a pen.
What do you get?
At the U.S. Capitol.
What do you get? The podium is like, fuck.
The podium.
Like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, either way, walking out, you can't get that far.
Honestly, dude, that was my favorite meme. The one that I saw of
With Nick Cage in the
Nick
back.
Cage in the background holding the Declaration of Independence. I was like, oh, that's fucking amazing.
Because they hold it there.
Yeah, because they totally have it there.
That's actually the first thing. Like, for someone like, what's the point? Like, the podium. How far can you get on as it is? Because also you have to jump a fence again.
I genuinely, honestly, as bad as I was and as much as I hated that happened, I genuinely love the happiness in the guy's face stealing the podium. Like, you can tell he's just like, this is fucking cool. Like, I'm taking
And
the
then
podium.
like, that guy again with the fucking horns and shit. So some guy found a porn, like a gay porn that has some guy wearing the same like kind of horns and just painted. I was like, dude, if you're trying to look badass, you're in a gay porn from 2 years ago. Shit.
Oh man, dude, I don't know.
That's why we need, for security now with the new president, we need Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Dude, he's 80 and he's
Fuck
still
that, dude.
kicking anybody.
Just have the game. I saw a video, a meme, and I meant to send it to you. 'Cause I thought of it when I saw it. Someone posted like, "Oh crap, guys, they're breaking in. It's time to send them in." And all of a sudden, they show the game's music come on, and it's his entrance walking in. And I was like, "Oh shit, that's
with the
funny."
Harley?
Yeah. No, he came out just like. When he wants to walk. When he just walked in.
So I feel bad for WWE. They're losing all their talent.
Hey man,
AEW, dude.
It's a world of competition.
For Goldberg to come back from retirement, because he had retired because like he was worried about his family, worried about his health and everything, and he's going for the title. Not even like just one last match, like for the straight up title. Goldberg, you're a badass. I'm scared of you.
I mean, personally, I think that goes back to the whole content thing, dude. I think the reason they're just losing so many people, they're so stuck on the old formula of how to do things.
I think because
that they just can't.
It's Vince.
It's that like,
Vince needs to move out.
His thing.
Triple H
His thing is always just bringing back the old people.
But it's because like look at NXT, they're like. That's why a lot of people went back to NXT because they were doing bad. Like their stories were like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Finn Balor's a badass.
Like
and, like, he
I
wasn't
honestly,
doing shit on the
and
main roster.
I've seen this in some of the work that I do. I think people forget to realize now the kids that were younger and watched wrestling when, like, say wrestling for example, they watched it when it was huge, are the ones that are now at our age working, making money. If you want to keep those people around and spend money on your merch, going to the actual matches and all that kind of shit, you have to keep them enticed. Don't just bring back the old ones.
Yeah, like you have to bring someone who's like, hey, this motherfucker does.
Yeah, like.
Because remember when we were watching that cage match and that like Lince Oro did that fucking weird ass flip hanging? I was like, holy shit, that's badass. Have I seen him wrestle again? No.
Nope.
Not even for like a shitty title.
He's done. I don't know.
That's why I think AEW is like kicking ass. Because
I mean, they had Snoop Dogg jump off a fucking high top
like,
rope.
If you think about it, Snoop Dogg sneeze. It's on the main roster in WWE. Like,
I thought that shit was cool, dude. When I saw that video, I'm like, oh damn.
I was like,
he straight went for it too.
Dude, also like they got Mike Tyson too again on it. I was like, god damn, this is too much fun. But also, I think with AEW, the best thing is the John Bucks who produce everything, and they're wrestlers there. So they let every other talent like keep their story. Like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Not whatever you want to do, but like it has to make sense with what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I mean they give them some freedom to being involved. But yeah, I mean, again,
content. It's all about content.
It's all about you gotta keep the content new and
be
fresh.
The people involved.
Can't just, which is why I mean I think I like how we do it. I mean,
We keep evolving.
We like to let whoever comes on the show be as involved as they want to be with what we're talking about, and we don't ever have a script. We just talk about what we talk about because
Just look at the one before this.
Oh, yeah.
With White Knife, Alex.
talking
is
about
like, this old house.
building.
Like, not only that, the bonsai thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which also, before we ended this, do you see like people want to do a reboot of the Power Rangers with the cast of Karate Kid?
No.
Because they want Miguel to be like the Red Ranger.
Oh my god.
They want.
What I did so I didn't see that, but what I did see yesterday, which I think would be so fucking stupid if they did. Apparently, they're gonna make a whole fucking Cobra Kai universe off the TV show, which I'm like, why?
They're like
It makes no sense.
Honestly, I don't think it can do more than 5 seasons.
No, I don't either. Like I think
5 is a limit.
Even after
it's
the
going
third
hard.
one, I was kind of upset with the third one just because
The ending, like, I was like,
yes,
we knew that was good. The ending should have been the beginning of the season 3.
Exactly. Like I felt like they
like
did
at least one episode
they,
of just
to
like,
me,
okay.
Season 3 is really just kind of like an extension of season 2.
But then also, like, the one thing I was just like, it was a YouTube original, right? Like first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then it was like season 3 was just like showing that Netflix took over it because they had the budget to go to Japan and all this shit.
I didn't like that. Like I loved that show. That show was fucking dope, and I was so excited for season 3, and it was still good. But I hate that they essentially just kind of told the last part of season 2 and season 3, and then now you're left with that big cliffhanger waiting for season 4. And I'm like, really? Like
it took a year, no?
It took them more than a year and a half. Like,
and it was before COVID.
Yeah,
too.
this was all before COVID, and I mean, they finished it before COVID, from what I understand, and they just started production on season 4. But that's what I'm saying. Like now, we won't get the next season until what they said. They said next Christmas. They said it was going to be out, so it's a long time again.
You know what? I wish they would have done, like, even though I kind of like them, like they should have done the Disney Plus, the first members route. It was like every week an episode. Don't release the whole thing.
I do like that, dude.
It's cool, but that's something like you want to. If you're gonna release until next year,
yeah,
at least keep me involved for like a month.
Yeah,
a month.
But with that one, I mean, if it's 10 episodes, it gives you at least 2.5 months.
They're like, okay, like it didn't feel like, cause I watched them in 2 days.
I watched it in a day.
I was doing shit.
I watched it on New Year's Day.
I was cleaning my house.
I spent the whole day watching it.
No, I'll tell you, I watched Soul. No, Wonder Woman. I watched it on Christmas, and then the next day I watched Soul.
That's the other thing too. Like, I hate it. It's only 10 episodes and they're 30 minutes.
They feel short.
So short. Like really, really short. And I mean, like again, I'm happy that it ended like showing.
The fact they wanted to bring everybody back like from the movies. I was like, okay, like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they're I think they're just trying to do too much with it. I really think they could have like just kept that as part of season 2, and then season 3. I think season 4 is gonna be the last one. Honestly,
hopefully.
I don't think they'll do anything after season 4.
They might push season 5, but I think they're gonna be their limit, because then you cannot go. You cannot create a new universe like you said. Like,
I think that would be so stupid if they did that. Like, then to make a fucking universe out of Cobra Kai just makes no fucking sense to me. But yeah, no, like that makes no sense to me to do. So I hope they don't do that, because I honestly really, really liked the new show. I thought season 1 was still, I think, the best one.
I think, yeah, because it's just like...
Yeah, season 2 kicked ass too. I love season 2, but season 3 was kind of like, okay.
Because I said I just felt like it was just Netflix making sure of like, we took over, we have money, we can go to Japan.
Like, I'm happy. I mean, if you haven't seen the show, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it for you. I'm happy that it came to the end and you see them. All right, they're finally gonna join forces and realize we have to do this together or whatever, and it's cool to see that.
Also, it's cool that they gave a background to Reese, but at the same time, it's like I didn't need it like 5 episodes of just that, of just like clips of background story.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like the show. I don't see them making a full universe out of it. I don't know how that would work.
My one wish, please don't bring Jackie Chan into this.
Watch him come back as the ultimate Cobra Kai master.
Fuck that guy, man. I didn't like that movie. I didn't like the remake. The reboot.
Oh,
movie.
Karate Kid.
Yeah. I just didn't like that one. It was alright.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's why you said Jackie Chan. I didn't even think about that.
I don't want that. No.
It wasn't bad. I mean, in this one it's karate, and that one it's kung fu. So I mean, totally different things. I'm just kidding. Not totally different.
I don't
But
know.
I didn't think it was that bad. It was pretty cheesy, little extra cheesy. The ending is pretty dope though. I'm not gonna lie. That kick in the end, I was like, oh crap, okay, it's a cool kick.
We get it.
Jane Smith. Cool.
We get it. You sell box water.
Oh yeah, forgot. He sells box water.
Cool.
Water in a box. What do you do? I sell water in a box.
Look, I sell water in a paper bag. What? Paper bag? It just comes out. But yeah. Oh shit. Well, we gotta end this now.
Sad days.
That's good. But once again, thank you to the Old Sheepdog Brewery located at 3900 Rosa Avenue, El Paso, Texas 79905, which provide this sexy corner. Shout outs. Hopefully, when it's open, you guys can sit on the sexy corner and be like, "I sat on the show." And that's cool. Take a picture. Send it to
this
us.
is my chair. Nobody better sit in this chair.
It has a mark. Don't look at it.
Yeah, please discard the
But
stain.
also, can stop by Old Sheepdog, get some delicious beer, different flavors, different tastes. They have every beer style for everyone out there. So stop by and try something new. Also, thank you to Vitolas. Vitolas located to 216 West Franklin, El Paso, Texas 79901, right across the baseball stadium. 360 cigars. Try some beautiful cigars. Enjoy some beautiful drinks, whiskey, Moete, and bourbon.
Yeah, actually, real quick on that, just if anybody from Southwest University Park ever sees our show, could we do an episode there? Because I think that'd be really cool if I can do it on the stadium.
Can we do
just
it on home base?
That would
On
be
the
dope,
pictures,
man. That'd be dope. And if you guys
Yes.
I want to see if I can hit off one of your guys' pictures. That'd be dope. But I don't know why I
We
just
still
thought
have
of
to do
that.
the William though.
Oh yeah, we guys do with William.
Good plan.
But anyway, yeah. Also, make sure you guys check us out at 6feetunderstudios.com, where you'll find links to all of our streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Everything we do is on there. Excuse me, as well as our local spotlight, where we like to feature any of the guests and people, any of our friends that we work with here locally. Make sure you guys check it out. Again, as always, it's very important to us that we support our local friends, any of our local shops, restaurants, brews, anything.
Also,
Make sure we take care of them, you guys, as always. You know, this whole thing right now is affecting them more than anybody else. So it's very important that you support local. So check us out at 6feetunderstudios.com.
And stop by White Knife Dining. Get a delicious burger, delicious sandwich. And
I recommend the Smash Burger.
Also, yeah, the Smash Burger and the Nashville chicken sandwich is delicious.
Very
if
delicious.
You like that spicy stuff.
Check them out. They're over there at Good Times right now, guys. Check them out there. And we'll see you guys next time.
Stay hard.
Thank you.